Tonight, a small Kansas town working to recover after a grass fire tears through its nursing home. The people of Yates Center and Mission Health staff gathering for the first time since the Yates Center rehab and health facility burnt down. Roman Campa was there for tonight's meeting and has more.
Well, right behind me is the nursing home that almost burned completely to the ground after a fire last week. And now the community here in Yates Center is taking its first steps and looking to rebuild.
For a safer place to build it inside the city or near the city.
The meeting Monday night focused on the potential grant and federal funding that could be used to rebuild a vital facility.
I think right now just getting our residents back into their home and with their familiar faces and the people that they've depended for years to take care of them. Right now, that's our biggest goal.
Owned by Mission Health, the Southeast Kansas nursing home tragically burnt down in a fire last Friday in Woodson County. But thankfully, Mission Health says all residents, patients, and staff were evacuated and relocated safely.
When we knew we evacuated 38 residents with no injuries and with under 4 hours to their new homes, that is just an amazing testament to our staff and their preparedness.
Nikki Jacobs with Mission Health says they're hoping to stay in Yates Center, but in the meantime, her staff are continuing to work with the city to make sure their residents are taken care of.
I just would like to commend Yates Center and the community. They really stepped in and helped us. The first responders, the fire, EMS, they all stepped in and really helped us make this a smooth evacuation and transition to the relocation sites.
In Yates Center, Roman Campa, 12 News.
Mission Health is still asking for donations. Any food or clothing can be brought to Superior Lumber Supply in Yates Center. Tomorrow, the city will hold a press conference to give an update on the fire recovery plans.